BlueSpecs beer reviews, and I'm drinking a beer in the morning over here, so it's going to be interesting. I kind of came home and fell asleep and didn't really do anything, so now I'm cleaning the house a little bit. But I'm going to drink a little beer in the process of doing so. Going to be reviewing something I would normally review. This is Not Your Father's Mountain Ale. Typically, I would not be like Not Your Father's Mountain Ale, or is from a brewery called Small Town Brewery. I think it's owned by some larger company, though. Definitely, it's got to be. Says La Crosse, Wisconsin. So I'm guessing that's that city brewery or whatever. But like typically the things that are of this company, like you have your Not Your Father's root beer, which is kind of what first came out, started this whole trend of these different kind of beers, if you will, where you have the Not Your Father's root beer, which I tried that and I wasn't a huge fan. I was very, very excited to see it, and I really wanted to try it, but I wasn't a fan. They have like a Not Your Mom's iced tea. I have an apple pie one, a rhubarb pie one, and but and after the root beer one, I wasn't really phased. I wasn't phased by any of that shit, and it was just like, I want to drink beer, and that's the way it is. Moving on with them, not going to care about that shit. But then, you probably haven't said so on this channel, but when I'm not drinking beer or water, because I drink beer and I drink water a lot. If I'm not drinking that, then I usually will drink either, if I'm drinking soda, I'll drink Dr. Pepper or I'll drink Mountain Dew. And I love Mountain Dew. All of the different kinds of Mountain Dew, I love all of them. And a friend of mine at work is a really good friend of mine. Both of us like Mountain Dew. He was like, "Hey, have you heard about that Not Your Father's Mountain Ale?" I was like, not really into those things. But he told me that this is supposed to be like a malternative or a alcoholic version of Mountain Dew without saying so, because as you know, the soda companies who make those sodas are not going to make an alcoholic version. It's a PR nightmare. So let's go ahead and find my, there we go. A 6-pack was, I think, $9.99. It's 5% alcohol by volume. It's a citrus brew. Looks like absinthe, but it's also looks like Mountain Dew. I don't know. I'm saving 2 for my friend who told me about this beer. So I bought a 6-pack. I'm saving two of them for him. And this is my last one, so I figured I'd better review it before I drink it, because I've been drinking them pretty quickly. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go right in the center. Let's see what we get here. I do have a preconceived idea, and I'm gonna put in my normally why I put BlueSpecs beer reviews. I'm gonna put quotations around the beer, because it's not beer; it's something other. So when we pour it, we get this sort of flaccid-looking appearing thing. No head whatsoever. It looks very, almost like a key lime pie kind of color. It looks kind of funny in the camera, don't it? Especially if you put it in the light, if I do. It looks like that shade, like when you of key lime pie things, like when you buy key lime pie yogurt, or key lime pie anything. This is kind of the shade. It looks kind of nice. I mean, this doesn't look like a beer or an ale for any means, but it smells like Mountain Dew and some extra citrusiness there too. There's an extra citrus element there too, like where Mountain Dew is a lemon lime beverage. It is a citrus beverage, but this has something else in it. You really can't tell the alcohol is there either. And this just makes me excited because now I know that if I want Mountain Dew, but I also want to be a little bit drunk and I hate vodka, and I'm not gonna put Mountain Dew. Like, people do that. They'll put like Mountain Dew and vodka together with some other thing. I hate vodka though, so that's the only problem. This is fantastic. Okay, this is not beer, of course, I get that. But it's so delicious and tasty. It has that perfect, like, it tastes like just like Mountain Dew, with a little bit of something extra that is very citrus heavy on the back end. I could probably kill this right now, just because it's so nice. I mean, yeah, I would definitely buy another 6-pack of this. It'd be an every once in a while thing, because when I buy alcohol, it's definitely going to be usually something that is beer and not something like this. But you can feel bubbles on the tongue. Very smooth, goes down well. Whew. This beer is fantastic. I love it. Whew. Not a beer, sorry. This beer overall is, I mean, it's not a beer. Let's call it a malt beverage. This malt beverage is an A+ for me, because they were secretly sort of trying to go after what Mountain Dew is and make that into an alcoholic beverage, and I love that. I love that. So, and they hit it right. They hit it right on the head. And just like the root beer and the other ones, the root beer tastes just like regular root beer, but it has something a little bit extra to it. And that's the alcoholic element, though. But if you love Mountain Dew, tell me in the comments if you have had this. Tell me if you like it or not. And if you do love Mountain Dew and you haven't had this, then go and find it. I guarantee you it's going to be good for you. Thank you for watching.